What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? I hope that everybody had a fantabulous day. I am worn out. I'm so tired. Oh my goodness. My body hurts and I'm just tired. I just want to go to sleep, but that's not an option for me because today is my daughter's birthday. She's 22 years old today, and she does not like being called grown. She does not like the idea of being an adult. She wants to be a child for the rest of her life. Wouldn't we all? No bills, no responsibility outside of school and, maintaining our friendships. But honey, I hate to be the one to tell you, that's not how the world works. I'm sure she knows that, but sometimes it don't hurt the dream. So what did y'all learn today? I really don't have any lessons for today. I mean, today was just extremely busy. Nothing really, it was very uneventful. I mean, it was just, work-related stuff, and it wasn't really much of anything going on that prompted, a lesson or anything like that. So I don't, I don't have anything for y'all. I can't even imagine what I would say. So we're just gonna skip that. But what did y'all learn? I hope y'all learned something that you can use. So I don't know if you all have heard about what's going on, and it's this net neutrality. So earlier today, I learned that the FCC knocked down the net neutrality, which basically it was a vote 3-2. And basically it gives the internet service providers the ability to carve out packaging and slow down internet speeds based on what benefits their business as opposed to what is actually beneficial for the customer. And if you think of the net neutrality from the mindset of how the cable companies are doing it now, it sounds like the social media platforms and some of the other popular websites will be treated as, I guess, HBO, Showtime, Cinemax. They will be their equivalent. And so it also puts them in a special category where they're super monitored and things like that. That does not exist as of today. I'm not really sure if there's an appeal process. I haven't learned that much about it. I'm only I heard about it over the weekend, and I meant to make a video the other day, but I kept forgetting. And so it came up again today when I was watching the news, getting ready for work this morning. And I was like, oh crap, they're voting today. And so according to the news source that I read, the FCC voted 3-2 to get rid of the net neutrality, which allows the internet service providers to kind of pretty much do what they want. And that's not good for businesses, especially small businesses. It's not good for us as consumers and customers, because they, if their advertisers are not on, and it depends on what internet service provider you go with, because you have Comcast, you have AT&T, and you have a bunch of other internet service providers that are out there. And so say, for example, Comcast advertisers or individuals that they do business with, the websites that they do not advertise on or that they are not affiliated with, it is my understanding that if they so choose to slow down the speed when you are surfing on those particular sites or you're accessing certain pieces of information, that's their prerogative. If they see that they can make money off of you as a customer because you patronize or you frequent social media platforms more often than anything else, and that's high traffic area, as it turns out, by eliminating the net neutrality, they have the ability now to create a packet or a package deal where you pay a certain price for accessing those websites. And I think that sucks. That's horrible, because and as I understand it, they're trying to say that this is good for people who really don't, they're not using the internet a lot, because they're saying that, those who don't use the internet all that much, will be, the internet service providers have the ability to be able to create a package for them that's very low cost, and, they don't really have to pay hardly anything because they don't really use the internet. So it's more beneficial to them because their cost of the internet will be smaller than, say, for a person like myself, because I use YouTube and I'm always on the internet. But I think what some consumers probably haven't thought about too is it's not just your home computer, it's also your mobile devices, your phones, your tablets, things like that you access the internet on. So my thing is, if they're charging you a fee for accessing these websites, what exactly does that mean in a situation where, say, if I have AT&T at home and then I have my phone service who also provides data for me to be able to get on the internet, will the cost of my data increase because the cost of the internet has increased for the phone company that I choose to go with? So exactly how does that work? Am I going to have to pay on top of my phone plan? Am I also going to have to pay for additional fees because I'm using my data to surf the internet? Like, how does that work? Because to me, that just seems like it's a domino effect of chaos. Like we are in for a situation that's not so good for us as customers. So I'm going to do a little bit more research about the net neutrality and see if I can educate myself a little bit more. And I know that CNN and NBC and CNBC and some of these other, Wall Street Journal might even have something. There might be some other news stations or resources that I can tap into to try to figure out exactly what this means, not just for your home computer, but also any device that you have the ability to surf the internet on can potentially create a charge for you to be able to surf the internet. So that's what I want to know, exactly how much are we up against, because if you have, say for example, AT&T as an internet service provider, but then you also have AT&T as a phone provider, I can only imagine that one account is what will be charged for both your mobile device as well as your home internet service. But when you are in a situation where you don't have the same carrier for home and your mobile devices or your tablets or whatever, then are you being charged all those number of times, or exactly how is it going to work? So I would love to learn a little bit more about that information. Based on the information that I have, I'm not too happy about it, but I definitely want to look into it a little bit more so that I can engage you all in educated conversation about the topic. But that's what I know so far. Comment below if you know a little bit more about net neutrality. I do know that it is something that they said President Obama helped to put into place. And with that being said, I'm just going to be perfectly honest. It seems like, people are out to undo everything that he's done. So, anything that has President Obama's name on it is on the chopping block as far as I'm concerned. That's just the way it seems to me. So it doesn't seem like they are really wanting to keep anything that he had anything to do with, whether it's a good thing or bad thing. It's like they just want to get rid of all traces of him even being in office. But that's just my opinion. So anyway, like I said before, my daughter's birthday is today, so I'm headed to the store now. Dad wanted to make sure we got balloons. I said we should also get flowers. A girl likes flowers. balloons and flowers and cake and ice cream, and she hasn't been feeling too well, but I told her, I said, we have to eat. So I'm going to grab stuff to, she said something light, and the only thing I could think of was, I thought about a taco salad, but then I was like, well, maybe nachos. So I don't know. I may go back to the taco salad because I don't have a problem with eating a taco salad. I'm good. And that's probably good for her too, but I don't know, because I think she said at some point that raw vegetables was hurting her stomach. So that's something I have to think about what I'm gonna do when I get in this store, whether I'm gonna go with taco salad or nachos. It has to be something quick because I need to be able to prep it pretty quickly, so because she's not coming over to 8:30 and we normally in the bed by 10 o'clock. So I did make sure I mentioned that, you know, this is a weeknight, so this needs to be something that we're not up all night long doing, because, you know, we tired. We got to get up and go to work in the morning. I was late getting up this morning, kept hitting a snooze, but you know, for the most part I'm up at, you know, 5 o'clock in the morning. So anyway, I'm about to run into the store, and if I find her a cute little cake, hopefully something small, I'll show it to you when I get back. All right, see you soon. It is amazing how your totals can add up. Wow. So I got everything I needed. I wound up not actually getting her a cake per se. I got a cheesecake, and then they had this frozen yogurt that it was on clearance that I decided to get. I hope it's good, because they had like a blueberry and a vanilla and a strawberry, and they were a little bit larger than a pint, and they were marked down to like $1.49. So I'm curious to see what those taste like. I got her some balloons. I don't know if y'all can see them behind me. I got her 2 of those. Got her some flowers, and I got the stuff. I did go ahead and get the stuff for the nachos. I just figured that would be easier for everybody, and it's also enough for us to pack for our lunch for tomorrow. And then I picked up some salad and some tea, and that's really about it. So we'll see how this night turns out. I'm hoping that, I love my baby, but I'm hoping that it wraps up on time, because I'm just so tired. I'm just really, really tired. So we'll see what happens. I can't think of anything else that I want to talk to y'all about, except the fact that I'm having trouble uploading my videos. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be able to do about the situation, because the internet is so slow, and it is also it keeps dropping the signal. So I'm definitely in the hate part of the love-hate relationship with my internet, because I'm not happy about the quality of the service that we have, and I'm hoping that it's going to get better, but right now I'm not so convinced that it will. So that means if it does not get any better, that means that this is pretty much what we're dealing with for the next year, and we'll see what happens. Anyway, if I don't talk to y'all anymore after today, so we'll see you next time. All right, love yourself, love somebody else. Take care.